So often the first part of calming down is to bloody sit down, right? If you notice, when you stop running around, the world stops moving. Let's place our hands down on our knees to help us ground. And if you're uncomfortable sitting up, sit on your block, sit on a towel. Deep breath in and let it go and just settle into your body. What do I mean by that? I mean, kind of become aware of where you're touching the floor, your feet, your bum. Breathe in, just draw the shoulders up. And as you exhale, just relax and let them just drop. As you close your eyes, just notice what that does. It starts to help the mind begin to settle. Sit up just a little tall in your seat. Get that energetic system that runs up your spine, through the crown of the head. Let's just plug it in. And as you inhale, I'd like you to breathe in up the spine. I want you to think about drawing energy up from the ground all the way up the front of the body. And as you reach the crown of the head, exhale down the back side of your spine, all the way down, back down into the ground. And again, inhale all the way up. And all the way back down. Notice what sitting and just focusing on your breathing does for you, for your body, your mind. Calms your ass down, right? It's that simple, and yet it's the hardest thing for us to do. Especially when the head is active with to-do lists, with stress. With external things going on in our lives. And yet, what if it was all a dream? What if the world that we've created for ourselves is all created in our minds? Like a projection of all our fears, our desires. What if? Almost like a hologram. I think it was Einstein that said, the greatest decision of your life is whether the world is a scary place or a safe place. And those two opposites will shape your experience. Are you a fearful person? Are you a carefree person? All your thoughts in either of those polarities shape your experience. You're creating it. So in that sense, maybe we have the ability to create what we want simply by changing what we focus on. What you focus on becomes your life, said Buddha in so much better terms than that. So as we learn tools to quieten our mind, to sit and settle, we're able to notice what type of thoughts we're creating, and therefore have a little more control about the existence and the experience that we're having. When you're ready, you can softly open your eyes. Maybe just turn the palms up. Take a breath in, breath of life. Exhale it out. And again. Exhale. Maybe this time a little more force. Maybe stick your tongue out. Let all the bullshit out. One more time, deep inhale. Bring the hands to heart. Take a nice deep inhale, lift up through the spine, reach the hands up, interlace the fingers, and just give yourself a good morning stretch. Press the palms up. So whatever's going on, it's not going on for the next 50 minutes. As we just focus on our breath and our body, bring your left hand down to the ground, reach up, look up, and draw the body across, draw the hand across, and really root down into your mat. Inhale, reach up, interlace the fingers, press up. Other side. Reach up first, and then reach across. Let's do that one more time, each side. Just follow your breath. Slow your breath down. Lifting up, thinking about what you're doing for your body. Lift up, draw across, press down. A lot of opposition, like that opposite world, safe or frightening. There's opposition in every shape. As we reach up, we push down through our spine, through our root. Reach up, reach across, push down. Good, come back to center. Let's take a little twist out this time to the left. Reach up. Exhale, take a twist. Take the head over the shoulder. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, maybe twist a little deeper. Good, release, come back to center on your inhale. Exhale, other side. Inhale. Exhale, twist. Good, one more time in your own time. Just follow your breath. Good, come back to center and find your way onto all fours. Bring the hands down in front. Oh, even that's an effort. Good. Place the hands under the shoulders. Take your time, knees hip width apart. Take a deep inhale. Gaze up, drop the belly and draw the shoulders back. Rotate your elbows out. Exhale, release, and just turn the fingers towards the knees. So you might have to walk them in a little bit. Good, fingers point to the knees. Take a deep inhale, cat-cows, drop the belly. Exhale, push the mat away. Suck the chin into the chest and tuck your tailbone. Take an inhale. Come back to neutral and slowly draw your butt back to your heels. Just so you feel a little bit of a release down the back of the wrists. Take a few breaths here. Come back over the wrist, cat-cow. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Coming to neutral. Turn the palms around nice and slow. And start to walk your butt back to your heels. Come all the way up. Reach up, look up. Exhale. Take a little twist to the left. Bring one hand behind. Reach overhead. Good. Release. Inhale. Back to center. Look up. Reach up. Exhale. Just twist over. Good. Inhale. Back to center. One more time each side. Inhale to center. This time, open the hands to the back and to the front. Little twist. Now draw that left hip forward. Gaze over your shoulder. Inhale, bring the palms together. Exhale, open out the other side. Reach with both sets of fingertips. Draw that hip forward. Inhale. And as you exhale, bring the hands onto the hips. Fingers point down. Inhale. Press the hips forward. Draw the elbows together and stick your chest out. Gaze up. Get a little back bend. And if your knees hurt, you can come onto a pillow or just roll your mat over for a bit of extra padding. Maybe you feel good to reach back and find your heels. Or you'll feel a release, maybe in the thighs. Press forward with the hips. And if your neck is a little tight, just gaze forward. Slowly, one hand at a time, make your way out and find child's pose. You can take your knees a little wider apart. Bring your big toes to touch. Walk the hands forward. Reach with the fingers, forehead down to the mat. Take 5 breaths here for me. Next inhale, come on up, onto all fours. Curl the toes under. Take a deep inhale, lift that right hand up to the sky. Open out, a lot of twisting to get us going today. Exhale, thread the needle, draw the shoulder down to the mat. Right cheek down. Inhale, come all the way up. Don't get comfortable. Exhale, thread the needle. Let's do 2 more of those in your own time. This time, stay there. Stay down. Maybe wrapping the left hand around, finding the crease of the hip. Maybe you'd like to play with your balance a little bit and extend your right leg out. Maybe you'd like to play with floating that foot. Maybe you fall over. Slowly release the leg. Slowly release the bind. Take an inhale and open out. And place the hand back down. Any movements your body wants to make to reset, take them now. When you're ready, left hand high to the sky. Exhale, thread the needle, bring it through and bring the cheek down. Good, and again, inhale, open out. Rotate as much as you can. And exhale. Slide it all the way through. 2 more in your own time. This time, stay down, stay here. Wrapping the hand around, crease of the hip. Good, left leg behind. We're doing the opposite leg here to kind of mess with the body, mess with the mind. It really makes you work hard. See if you can float that leg. It's a little harder having to press through that right knee. A lot of strength. Release it down. Undo the bind. Open out. Exhale, bring the hand down, walk the hands forward, and take some giant lion's rolls. So inhale, draw the hips forward. And all the way back, giant circles. You can close your eyes. Spread your fingers so you're almost gripping your mat. Just got some range of motion in the body. Switching directions when you feel like you want to. Inhale forward, exhale as you press back. Next time you draw forward, just bring the body all the way down onto your mat. Good, draw the fingers out in front, pointing forwards. Elbows, bring them underneath your shoulders. Release your back toes. Take an inhale, just press the hands into the mat. Lift up out of your shoulders. Maybe nose comes up. Exhale, drop the chin. Really press down. Now, maybe press down and engage your quads. Press the feet into the mat. Good, slowly release, draw the hands underneath the shoulders, elbows press them in, and on an inhale, start to come up for 3. Pressing the toes into the mat. Exhale, slowly lower down. Keep those elbows bolted in. So they're hugging your rib cage. Inhale, come up. Exhale, slowly lower. One more time. Press the toes. Exhale, lower. This time come up and stay up. Inhale. Maybe you have to walk your hands a little farther forward. Spread your fingers. Draw the shoulders back together, shoulder blades. Maybe gaze up. Now engage your quads. Press into the mat. Might even be able to float the knees. Maybe roll over onto one side. So come onto the sides of your feet. Gaze over. Soften your elbows a little. Come back through center, other side. Look over. Let your hips be heavy. Come back to center, lower down. Extend the hands out in front. On an inhale, press into the ground with your feet and just lift the arms, the upper body. Reach, reach, reach. You'll feel lower back really kicking in here. Exhale, slowly lower. And again, inhale, come up, reach, press the toes. Exhale, slowly lower. This time, come up, cactus arms. So Come on up, draw the elbows in, spread the fingers, almost like a skydiver. Exhale, just lower down, bring the hands down. One more time, inhale. Good, now lift the feet, float the feet. Hold for 3 breaths. Good, reaching the arms out and around, drawing the heels in. See if you can catch hold of the top of the feet, and if you can't, grab your pants. You can use a strap or a towel and just draw the heels in towards the butt. Now your palms are facing inwards, so it places the shoulders in a better position, a more comfortable position. Take an inhale. I want you to push your feet into your hands. See what happens. Push, push, push. You get lift. Start to lift. See if you can take 3 more breaths here. Now really push into the hands. You'll feel the knees, the quads, front of your thighs just releasing, getting a nice release. Good, slowly coming on down. Draw the hands back in front. Inhale, press up. Come onto your knees, curl the toes under, find downward facing dog. So just simply lift the hips high to the sky. Take the feet a little wider than hip width, toes pointing a little, and just kind of feel into this shape, this upside down V. Maybe you paddle your heels one by one. Maybe you come onto your toes and bend your knees, bring your belly to your thighs. Get that release through the lumbar and upper back. You're pushing the mat away. Look at your belly button, release your head. Come onto the toes, inhale, and exhale, draw the heels over to the right. So you come onto the knife edge of that right foot, the inside of the left, push back. Oh, you might feel your IT band coming out to play. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, other side, push back. Inhale, come back through center. Bend the knees deep, draw the belly to the thighs. Push the mat away. Slowly start to tiptoe the toes towards the fingertips. And just grab opposite elbows and dangle like a nice set of nuts. Whatever nuts you like. Pick your visual. Dangle slowly side to side. They might be cocoa nuts. Good, let the fingers fall to the mat. Take an inhale to lengthen. Exhale, fold in, look at your knees. Inhale, reach that left hand up to the sky and just soften your right knee. So you get a little rotation. Gaze up at the hand. Maybe rotate your wrist left to right. Bring the hand down. Inhale, other hand reaches up, left leg softens. Maybe rotate your wrist around. Good, slowly fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step your right foot back and drop down to the knee. Hands are framing the front foot. Just take a little forward lean into that front leg. Maybe open out the left hand to the sky. A little twist out to the side. Maybe 3 big circles. Take the hand back and inhale, draw the fingers forward. Really reach like you're drawing a giant circle. Keep the hand facing the back, gaze over the shoulder. See if you can kick your heel towards the butt, maybe grabbing hold of the outside of the foot. And if you can, draw the hips forward deeply, gaze over the shoulder. Try to relax as you breathe. Slowly release. Bring the hands around to frame the front foot, and on an inhale, lift both hands into a low crescent lunge. Lift up, lift up. Good. Exhale, open out the hands, cactus arms, fingers, spread them. Maybe draw the elbows forward, rotating in the shoulders there. Good. Breathe. Maybe taking the hands behind the back, interlacing the fingers. Take another inhale. Draw the shoulder blades together, gaze up. Press those hands down. Lift the hands high, reach up. Exhale, frame the front foot, and on the next inhale, draw the hips back towards the back heel, straightening the front leg to your degree. Flex the toes up. Take an inhale, try to lengthen your spine, and exhale, draw the body down over that straight leg. Tailbone tilted back and up. Breathe. Half split Hanumanasana. Feels good or not? Back of the thigh. Good. Draw the body forward. Toe heel, your toes all the way across your mat. Bring your hands in front and set up for pigeon. So left knee, get it right to the outside of the mat. Walk the back foot in, the back knee into the middle of your mat. Release the toes. Square off your hips and shoulders. Take a deep inhale and exhale. Slowly lower down. We'll take 10 breaths here. Just slowing down the pace, taking a time out. Slowly rise. Coming up onto your hands, maybe drawing the back heel in. Maybe right hand reaches behind, can take hold of the inside of the foot. Just give yourself another little quad stretch here. And King Pigeon, this one is called. Some of you may be able to hook your elbows around the foot and do something like on the front of Yoga Journal magazine, but not me. It's all good. I'm having a good time. Feels good. Feels like it's doing something good. Slowly release. Press through the hands. See if you can kick that left leg back to find down dog. From down dog, kick that left leg high to the sky and draw the heel into the bum. Open out that hip we just worked. Rotate the ankle, make circles. Maybe circles with the knee. Get some juice back in the hip. Maybe if you want to flip your dog, you could drop that foot over. Maybe press up. Whatever your dog flip looks like is all good. Good, bring the hand back down and maybe find your way into a plank position. So plank, lower the hips down, bring your shoulders over your wrists. You could also just drop your knees if you want to cheat, or if you're not so strong in your upper body. Just draw the shoulders over. Good, maybe rolling onto your side and opening out to a side plank. Reach up with the hands, gaze up, lift the hips up. Maybe float the top leg if that feels good. And if you're with the knees down, You can drop the knee, reach up. You could float the leg. Good, come back into plank, other side. So if your knees are down, just rotate open, move the heel around to give yourself a base. Reach up, maybe float the leg. Just having a play. Good, come back to plank. Slowly lower down, bottom of a push-up. Bring your elbows in, nice and slow. Inhale, release the toes. Press up, look up into cobra. Maybe roll onto the side, look over your shoulder. Other side. Hips high, down dog. Take 3 breaths in down dog. Press back. Come high on the toes, bend the knees, tiptoe to the top of your mat. Grab your elbows and have a little dangle. Release the fingers to the shins, halfway lift, look out, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Next inhale, right hand to the sky, gaze up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, other side, and just soften your left leg. Exhale, bring it back down. Inhale, halfway lift, try to flatten the spine, lengthen the spine. Exhale, step back with the left leg. Drop down to the knee. And just draw the hips down into a nice runner's lunge. You can keep the back toe tucked or you can release it. See what feels good. Just draw the hips towards the mat. And on an inhale, lift that right hand high. Rotate open. Gaze up. And quite a lot of rotation, so rotate the wrist. You can turn the palm front and back in the socket of the shoulder. See what's going on. Maybe 3 big circles. So just mobilizing the joints, getting some synovial fluid in there. It's like just getting some oil squirted, some WD-40, whatever you call it in America. WD. Take the fingers behind, gaze over the shoulder. I want you to reach with your fingers. Maybe draw that heel to the butt. You might be stiffer on one side. Oh. Yeah, that was me groaning. Gaze over the shoulder. Breathe. Nice deep breaths in through the nose, out through the nose. Slowly release, frame the front foot. On an inhale, come on up. Reach the hands up, reach the fingers up. And draw the hips down. Draw the shoulders down. Maybe cactus hands, so spread your fingers. Gaze up, draw the elbows forward. Good, release the hands, clasp them behind the back, interlacing the fingers. Maybe interlace them the opposite way. It feels like there's 5 fingers missing, or you have an extra pinky. Draw that shoulders together, gaze up. Open out the chest. Heart is blasted open. So is your bra if you didn't fasten it right. Slowly release, frame the front foot and draw the hips back, half split. So as much as you can straighten that leg, you'll get a nice hamstring release, flex the toes. Take an inhale, think of the spine growing. Exhale, fold over that leg. That's it, try to make sure your butt's lifted off your heels. It's easy to kind of come down here, but I'd rather you wiggle that foot forward a little bit more. Good, slowly release. Toe heel, toes all the way over. Bring that knee to the outside edge of your mat, behind your right wrist. Good, wiggle the toes forward and then gaze over your shoulder. Move the knee to the middle of your mat and draw it back as well. Release the toes, square off. Let's take 10 breaths in pigeon. So wherever you can get to, you might be stuck here and that feels like torture. But if you feel it in your hip, that's where we want to go. If you feel it in your knee, take this shape on your back. Otherwise, 10 breaths. If you're taking it on your back, just cross your left ankle on top of your knee and reach behind the thigh, just draw it in. It's the same shape, but with less pressure happening in the knee joint. Maybe close your eyes. Slowly rise. Curl the back toes under. See if you can kick that right foot back into down dog. You could then lift that right leg up, press back with the hands and curl the heel into the butt. So make sure you lift your knee, just rotate your ankle in a circle. Maybe you flip your dog, just lifting up, pressing the hips up. Reach up. Exhale, flip it back. Point the toe and place it down. Coming forward. Lower down. Bottom of a push-up. Inhale, sweep it through. Exhale, hips high. Downward dog. Slowly walking the hands back to the toes this time. On an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold in, taking the feet hip-width apart. Taking hold of the big toes with the peace fingers binding. Take an inhale, lift. Exhale, fold in, look at your knees. And I want you to pull up on the toes. And I want you to lift the tailbone to the sky. You might have to suck the belly in a little more. Lock that energy in and create more space. Relax the head. You can shake it side to side. Good. Maybe release the toes and walk onto your palms. Toes are coming into the crease of your wrist. So bend your knees to get in there. And then start to bring the weight forward into the toes. Take an inhale. And exhale, fold in, lift the tailbone to the sky. Suck your belly button in and relax your head. Take 5 breaths. Good. Slowly release the hands. Walk them all the way back to downward facing dog. Press back. Bring the toes together and on your next inhale, left leg high to the sky. Exhale, bring it through in between the hands and slowly start to walk the hands over to the right. So you're on the side of your mat, toes come round parallel with the edges of your mat. Take an inhale to lengthen and an exhale, forward, fold. Draw the crown of the head down towards your mat. Draw the weight towards the toes and just breathe. Inhale, come onto the fingertips and slowly walk those fingers over to the left foot. Draw the hips down over that left ankle. So your right leg's straight. Rotate the toes to rotate that hip out. Toes point to the ceiling. Breathe. It's called Skandasana. Maybe hands come to heart. Play with your balance. My Achilles is super tight, so my heel comes off the ground. It is what it is. But I'm getting a nice release. The more I externally rotate that right leg, bring the hands down and transfer the weight over to the other side. Lift the hips. And exhale, draw it down. Rotate the toes. And you can stay here or you could play with your balance. And it's best if you pick your gaze point. One more time each side. Inhale. 5 breaths. Walk across. Bring the hands down, walk back to the center. Toe heel the feet in a little bit, maybe hip width apart. Point the toes out and slowly lower the hips down into Malasana, yogi squat. Bring the palms together, use your elbows to press the knees outwards. Try to lift up a little. Feel the force. You're pressing in with the hands, that opposition. Pressing out with the elbows, and yet the knees are pressing in. You're lifting. You could always sit on a block here, or even just sit your bum down if it's more comfortable, but this is such a great shape for your hips and your knees and your ankles. Bring the palms facing up, fingers down to the ground in front, Raja, Malasana. Surrender. Relax the chin. Take 10 breaths here and contemplate that question. Do you see the world as a scary place, or do you see the world as a safe place? And how is media and things going on around us, how does that affect that perception of the world? Would we know a hurricane is coming if we didn't see the build-up on TV? How does that affect us and our energy and our peace? How much are we in control, and how much are we being programmed, channeled? When we are programmed for fear, what kind of energy are we putting out into the world? If we watch happy things, what kind of energy are we putting out into the world? The interconnection is right there. Is it a dream of our own making? Slowly, slowly. Bring the hands behind, sit your bum down. Draw the soles of the feet together. Draw the heels in, open the feet like a book. Inhale, lift up the chest a little. And exhale, bring your elbows into the crook of your knee. Press down and let your head relax. Into butterfly, Baddha Konasana. Slowly rise and extend the legs out in front. You can turn round on your mat. Maybe remove the flab from your sit bones so you are rooted, kind of just making space for the pelvis to move a little more. Take an inhale, you can reach up. And exhale, just draw the body forward. If you can grab your big toes with your peace fingers, great. If not, nobody cares except you. So take hold of whatever you can take hold of. That's free reign right there, free expression. Take an inhale. So you see how my back is curved? I want you to inhale and lift and try to flatten. So I like to think of the pelvis pressing forward. Lift your chin out. That seems to help. And exhale, slowly fold. Kind of hit another roadblock, so take another inhale, lengthen. Every time you breathe in, you're just making more space in the body. And exhale, fold in. Let the chin come down last. And now just let go of the hands, just let them fall beside the ankles, the shins, palms up. Take a deep breath in and relax 5 breaths. Slowly rise, nice and slow. Bring the hands behind, fingers point forward. Draw the heels in and see if you can lift the butt up into reverse tabletop. Just to release the back, the hips a little. Take the head back if that feels good. Fingers are pointing to your heels. Slowly lower the bum and make your way down onto your back, keeping the knees bent, feet planted. Bring the hands down by the sides, palms down. Draw the heels in close as you can to the bum and draw the belly button in. Press that lower back into the ground. Relax it. Good, inhale, draw the belly button in. And exhale, relax. Inhale, draw it in and slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, lifting the hips to the sky, pressing the hands, the backs of the shoulders into your mat, and keep your chin where it is. Don't look at your phone, don't worry. Just keep your neck safe and neutral. Exhale, vertebrae by vertebrae, lowering down. One more time. Inhale, tailbone, lower back, mid-back, up onto your shoulders, and slowly lower. Good, just take a breath here. One knee at a time, hugging into the chest. You can rock side to side if that feels good. Maybe the knees just fall over to the left and keep them high up to the body. If it feels good, take that left hand all the way up and across. Gazing over the shoulder. And if that's a little bit too much for your lower back, just reach the hand above the head and turn the head into the armpit. So 2 choices for a little spinal twist. Slowly, slowly release. Draw the knees through center over to the other side. You can open out that arm or draw it above the head, your choice. But turn the neck. Slowly release. Give your knees a squeeze. And as you exhale, just find your final resting shape. Extend the feet down and open out the arms. Take rest. Take a soft inhale, a soft exhale. Take a good morning stretch and reach up, maybe hugging the knees into the chest. Give yourself a squeeze and just rolling onto your side. Taking a moment. And gently pressing up to a cross-legged seated position that's comfortable for you. So we just seal in our practice today. Bringing the palms in front of the heart, an offering from the heart. Take an inhale and just exhale. Let it go. Let it all go. Easier said than done. Just keep tuning in. Close your eyes. Find some stillness. And tune in to the guidance that's there for you. Any moment that you need. The light in me honors the light in all of you. Namaste. Thank you for joining me for a little bit of yoga.